So, Kelley, I was thinking about getting off work early today. I have this special dinner date planned, and since work has been taking up all my time, I was going to try to make it up to you.
That would be wonderful. I didn't want to say anything before, because you're so busy at work. But I miss spending time with you.
Well, Mrs. Emerson, how about I pick you up at 5 o'clock tonight then?
That sounds perfectly acceptable, my good sir.
All right, see you tonight.
Have a good day at work. Be careful. I love you.
I love you.
Mike! Mike! Doctor, will he be all right? Will he live?
Your husband has sustained very severe injuries. He's in a hypovolemic shock due to the blood loss. He really needs a blood transfusion, but I'm afraid due to the lack of donors recently, we don't have enough blood to replace the blood he lost in the accident and get him through the surgery.
What am I supposed to do? Nothing? Just let him die?
We're doing everything we can, ma'am, but I'm afraid if your husband doesn't get that blood transfusion within the next 24 hours, he will die.
There is no other way to get blood except from another living human being. This is the only way. We can't make it. It can't be manufactured in the laboratory. We can't mix anything together to make it come out. It has to come from another human being.
I think the reason most people don't come in to donate is because they don't realize the need is so great.
Each year in the United States, the need for transfusions increases by 9%. But sadly, only 5% of eligible donors actually donate blood. A single blood donation can save up to 3 lives, and your part in the process is so simple.
All we require is a picture ID, and from that point, we'll register you according to the blood product you would be interested in donating.
Once your name is called, you will be escorted into an interview to undergo a confidential mini-physical.
It's a mini physical, and all it is we want to make sure that you don't have hypertension, and we want to make sure you don't have hypotension, meaning your blood is not pumping fast enough through your system that you pass out. So basically we just want to make sure you're within range. We have a range established by our medical board.
You know, the donating process itself, it's relatively very simple. You're going to be asked a lot of questions. We want to be sure that you're healthy enough. We want to be sure that it's safe to take a unit of blood from you. So you're asked a lot of medical questions. Your temperature is taken, your pulse is taken, your blood pressure is taken, your iron is checked.
So the iron is your energy, basically. If the iron is at least a 12.5 hemoglobin, then you're able to give to someone in need. But anything under 12.5, you're not anemic as far as your physician would tell you. He's just saying that you don't have enough to spare. You have enough only for you.
You will be asked a series of questions regarding your lifestyle, habits, and travel.
There are 2 things we're concerned with the travel risk. We're concerned with malaria, high-risk countries, and we're also concerned with Creutzfeldt-Jakob's disease, which is the human form of mad cow disease.
Once you have passed the interview, it's time to move on to the donation room. You will be provided with fluids and a blanket if you like. The phlebotomist will cleanse your arm and search out a suitable vein for the needle.
I have a lot of people, a lot of times that I talk to, trying to encourage them to be blood donors. And one of the things I hear a lot is that, oh, I'm afraid of needles. Of course, I tell them that that's okay. What we use is more like a spear, much, much bigger than a needle. And if I can get them to laugh with me just for a minute, maybe we can overcome that and we can realize the seriousness of being a donor and the importance of what it is.
There are 3 machines to choose when you're making a donation. There is whole blood, which extracts a full pint of blood from your body, the Alex for a double pint of packed red blood cells, and the Amicus, which is used to extract platelets.
For the platelet donations, it's not type specific. We're happy to have any blood type, but for the red blood cells, we prefer to have the O types and the A types because they're the most common types, and therefore they're the most needed. And we like to inform the donors of what's most needed for this particular day, because each day the need changes.
A whole blood donation will take a full pint of your blood. It will be further processed in the lab after your donation. The Amicus, or platelet machine, collects only platelets in a process called apheresis. Whole blood is drawn into the machine and separated, with the machine keeping the platelets and returning the other blood components to you through a line inserted into your other arm. It would take 6 to 8 whole blood donations to make the same concentration of a single platelet donation. To qualify, you must be at least 17, weigh at least 110 pounds, and your iron level should be at 38%. The Alex does essentially the same thing, except it keeps the red blood cells and plasma and returns the other components with the same needle. A male must be 5'1" at 130 pounds, and females must be 5'5" with a minimum weight of 150. Both iron levels should be at 40%. Whichever one you choose, it is very important to drink plenty of fluids.
We love to hydrate, and we give out so many juices and things like that. It decreases the chances of having a reaction. Once we get those fluids in, it has a way of calming you down, keeping your body temperature in normal range, because the higher your temperature is, the more likely you are to experience a reaction. So when you're donating blood, you naturally are becoming warmer. And so the fluids help regulate the temperature. And so there's a lot less chances of a person passing out.
That's all it takes. It's just preparing your body. You're going to give away a unit of blood, so eat well, hydrate your body, and the donating process is going to be fine.